Alright guys, how you doing today? So, I just got done making one video. That'll be the first one that comes out, and I figured what the heck, it's not that late. Let's go ahead and make another project so I can maybe keep a video coming out once a week. So, what I want to make is just something real quick, fairly easy. And if I'm not mistaken, it's called a Troll's Cross. Let me get you over here to the picture that I'm thinking. It's that guy right there. I've seen some of these floating around. I found this picture. I thought it looked kind of neat to make as a necklace. The last necklace piece I made, all it was a scroll. I'm not sure if I did a video on it or not. But I just took a piece of 1/4 inch round, tapered it all the way out, and scrolled it up. And the first show I took that out to, the lady bought it. So I'm going to try this Troll's Cross. We're going to put this out there, see how this does, and go from there. So y'all just stick with me. We're going to get this 1/4 inch round in the fire. We're going to taper one end out. We'll cut it off at a particular length. I don't know, I'm kind of guessing at this. And then taper out the other end, and we'll make our little loop. So stick with me while I get this heated up. Alright guys, so while that's in the fire, you can hear the forge going. Real quick, I wanted to show you what I got in today. So, this right here, well, let me see if I can get you, there we go. That is 6 foot of 1084, and I think that's 5 foot of 1095. It's 2 inches wide. Look at that stuff. 2 inches wide and 1/4 inch thick. Now it's probably right at what I would want it to be to forge a sword. It may be a little bit thin, but we're going to go and try and forge a small sword out of that here shortly, here within the near future. I've got to do a little bit of research. Let me cut this off. Oh yeah, she's hot. Let's leave her there. Cold will keep her warm. But I want to do a little bit of research on what kind of sword I'm looking at. I think I'm going to do what's called a Gladius. It's a shorter sword. The only thing that I think might be off historically would be the width of it. I think they were a little bit wider towards the hilt of the knife, or the bottom edge. I think that's called the hilt. Anyway, I'm pretty excited about that, guys, because I've been wanting to make a sword for a long time, and I just haven't had the capabilities, and trying to find steel that was this length that I could get like that without having a special order or anything. I found that at Admiral Steel. Now this is the first time I've bought from there, and I've heard bad things from it and I've heard good things from it, so figured I would just wing it because it's not that expensive. For both these pieces I think I paid $100, and that's including shipping. Shipping was a little expensive. It was like 30 bucks. But that's alright, guys, because I want to do some longer knives as well, some bowies and stuff like that, so I think that'll work out great for me. But let's get back to this Troll's Cross. We're going to take one end and taper it out to make our little scroll. Alright. We're just going. Get a little more heat on that. Alright, got a little more heat. Not exactly where we wanted it. so we've got that tapered down to about where we want it. So now we're just going to knock the shoulders or the corners off. Alright, let's go back into the fire and get a little more heat and finish rounding that up. Alright, so let's just finish rounding this up. And I think we're going to flatten it a little bit. That's what it looks like. Well, maybe we should... Let's scroll it first. So let's take a little bit of heat up here towards the tip, and we'll just do like a real tight scroll. Alright, let's just start to scroll. Alright, so there's that first scroll. Can you see that? Yeah. Right there. So now we're just going to take a little bit of heat and kind of flatten it out a little bit. Don't need a whole lot of heat. There's that. So now we want to come back, I don't know, maybe right in here and taper it that way. So let's get the hot cut on there. What did I do with my cutoff? There it is. Alright, so I got a little bit of heat. I'm probably losing it trying to fold with this iPod Touch. Take these. We're just going to take and break it off right like that. Oh, pick that up so I don't grab it by the wrong end. Put it back in the water. Alright, so take this. We'll get a hold of this with the tongs. Now we'll taper this end and do the same thing. This scroll looks a little nicer, but that's alright. Alright. So right there's what we got so far. Can you see that? Probably not. Let me pick it up by the metal. Alright. So that right there is what we got so far. And that end scrolled, and that end scrolled. Now what we need to do is bend it to make the circle. And my idea for that is I've got a mandrel. We're going to heat up the center, grab it by both ends, and just see if we can't bend it around with a pair of pliers. So we're going to throw this in the fire and get set up. Alright, yeah, y'all can see that. Pliers. And what we're going to do is just to see if we can't bend it around like we want it. It'll be interesting. Alright, here goes nothing. Alright, definitely need something a little heavier. Alright, let's try this. Well, it's kind of what we want. But I guess I'm going to need something a tad bit bigger. Now we got a little more heat on it. Take this. Get a little more heat. We're almost there. Alright. So now we're going to stick this back on there. And we'll finish it out. Looking alright. Alright guys, so there that is. We're just going to take and kind of hit them together. Alright. Make sure it's setting flat. There it is. So I'm going to see, I'm probably going to wire wheel this. I'll cool it off, wire wheel it real quick, throw it on a cord, and we'll see what the finished product looks like. Alright guys, well there it is. Bring you in for a close-up. Not perfect. This little curl over here frayed a little bit. This one's much nicer, but for my first one that looks pretty good. So I hope y'all enjoyed this quick little video. It's on, I've got it on an adjustable leather cord. Let me set you down here for a minute. Oh. If I can get you to stay. But I can take and stretch these things out and pull it up tighter, or adjust them back here to loosen it out. See, and that'll hang down lower if that's the preference of the person. But I hope y'all enjoyed this little video. You know, that it's just something quick. Like I said, I seen on the computer when I was searching ideas for blacksmith projects, and I figured I would make one and bring y'all along with it. I hope y'all enjoyed this. See y'all on the next one, and y'all have a blessed day now.